to a new video, new edition of the Trap House.
What I tell you for the culture!
We're out here just walking around right now, but we're walking into the Trap House. Good news today, we found flooring that we're gonna go buy here after lunch and get ready to put it down. We found some flooring not too long ago at Lowe's, but it was cool looking because it looked like tile, but it wasn't tile. It had that pattern tile because we're laying down a laminate vinyl roll and gluing it down because that's just the way it's gonna work in there. We looked at it, and the way that we have to cut that, if we went and bought that one, the way that it would look when we cut it, there would be a weird looking seam and the patterns wouldn't match up. So we went to this other store that's all they do is dealing with flooring. It's a flooring store, and I found some really nice looking like dark hardwood vinyl roll laminate to put on the ground, and that's what we're getting the floor ready to do. It's snowing here, state of Washington. It's February. It hasn't snowed in a while. It hasn't been that cold out to snow in a while, but it's been snowing, so we have to wait for the house to get warmed up and the floor to get warmed up, because long time ago this house was built to be a garage. Long time ago. That's the idea of that house right here that we're building. I call it Trap House, and then I just goof around. It's not really a trap house. Let's call it the Trap House because it's so tiny. It's basically a tiny house, but originally this right here was supposed to be a garage, and originally the original people that lived here were going to build a house right about here where I'm standing at right here. So that's what was going to happen, but they got older and older, and they just decided to, because they made this look like an apartment, so when they could live in that while they built that, but they just never got around to building their house. They passed away. My grandma and grandpa bought it long time ago, and so they own this. They own next door. They own this. They were looking to try to buy that one over there. It's the blue one where, if you're subscribed to the channel, where the dude was shooting the Canadian geese out there acting like a fool. But they were trying to buy that one too, but they didn't get around. Well, they were trying to, but they got it before they did, because they were trying to. We're trying to run the whole valley of Puyallup. We're trying to run it. This is our block around here. My grandma and grandpa owned it. Well, they own it still. They rented it out for a while to these people that were pretty cool. Then my uncle lived in it, and before my uncle lived in it like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and it was been sitting there. Before that, after he moved out, it was sitting for like a very long time, maybe 10 years plus. And that's when I've been bugging him since I was 18 to do this, what we're doing right now, and now I am 33. So if you nag and nag and nag and ask and ask and ask, sometimes it might happen, but I'm doing it. I didn't nag and ask for that many years. I just, once in a while was like, hey, when do you want to get this done? Hey, when do you want to do this? Hey, I got some money, we can do it now. And then now I'm doing it. And the reason why we started this build right here in this is because transients and bums come down from over here, from over the river road there, because there's actually, it's called Puyallup River. Bums and stuff live down next to the river. They build camps, and they start walking over here and trying to find stuff to steal. But my suggestion was a long time ago is the garage, make that into my screen printing shop so I can get my stuff out of your garage and just make a whole complete shop. And now I'm out here lording over the land now. That's what I call it. I'm lording over the land. I'm not doing that right now. Too many parts. Too many moving parts to be doing that right now. Wow, this is pretty cool. Levels it?
Yeah. You mix it as thin or as heavy as you want. You got big holes, you mix.
How long does it take to dry?
Not very long. Stand when it's cold over here in this corner.
This is where you go when you're in trouble. You have to stand in the corner and no heat gets over here, and this is what happens when you get in trouble. You gotta stand in the corner that's cold. What has the police done for me lately? Nothing. What have they done for me ever? Except for maybe write me a ticket and throw me in jail for... I think I've donated enough time to the officers because, like, one time my uncle was a police officer, and I think I've donated enough time hanging out with him.
United Police Officers Association, 866-423-7211, unendorsed by any candidate or candidates committee.
Sick.
Which one is your best qualified?
How old are you? Just kidding.
12 and a half. I'm 5. 2 and 3 quarters.
Any elected candidates for the industry?
89.
What? Nobody did anything. Right, and I'm sure you would lie to us.
Look, guys, it's just
Keep it casual. Let's get on the high level. Keep it casual. Let's get